Hello friends, my name is Shivam from DevOps Schools and I will help you to enable your learning process in various technologies of DevOps, artificial intelligence, machine learning, big data and many more. This is our initiative to help you by sharing multiple tutorials and videos. And if you want any specific tutorials on any particular topic, then please do comment in the below comment section and I will help you with it. Also, please subscribe to our premium services on YouTube, which will give you access to more content and videos to enhance your knowledge about all these topics. Also, if you want me to help you with regards to the online trainings and classroom sessions by our qualified trainers, then please do write me at contact@devopsschool.com. Thank you.
Actually, it is about Terraform Cloud, I think so. So either you have to save the state in a remote location. That is what my understanding is.
Okay, so whenever we are, configured Terraform, okay, so that file as we did a lot of demos, right, and we saw that all the files related to the Terraform TF state that will store inside in your local area from where you are running your code. But as I mentioned, sometime what's happened, suppose first time I deployed the code, okay, now second time I wanted to update my code, okay, and mistakenly I have deleted the tf state file, and before deleting that tf state file I deployed one vnet and load balancer, okay, and now what happened, suppose I deleted that tf state file now, so whenever next time I'm going to change something related to that load balancer, suppose I have added one more machine in a backend and four subnet in a backend. So what's happened? As I already explained these details, Terraform TF state file will help us to store the backup what we deployed, and based on that Terraform will analyze, yes, this resources is deployed, and between these resources customer has did this changes like backend path is added and three subnet will added. So that TF state file will cache the details, and only on the basic update or changes which has happened over there, that will be reflect in your portal, right? But suppose
Yeah.
mistakenly your TF state file will delete it. At that time, what happened? Automatically, Terraform will destroy your complete deployment and it will redeploy because of the Terraform don't know that resources is deployed with the same code in a prior basis because of we removed that TF state file. So what happened currently in our local deployment, otherwise the normal project, that is not challenge, but whenever we are going with a technical consultant team, otherwise I can say, heavy multinational projects, at that time Terraform state file is really important compared to the code, okay, and everyone need that at that time because of without that the Terraform code will never work in the multinational organization who is working on, you know, purely infrastructure as a code basis, right? So I'll quickly take one pause over here. Any questions on this as I explain this details? Anything would you
No,
like to
no,
ask?
Ankar. No, Ankar,
Okay,
no, nothing.
okay. You get a clarity.
Yes, got it, got it.
Okay, perfect. Now the challenge is, as I mentioned, suppose you stored locally and mistakenly you remove, you are not able to recover that specific file. Okay, so that time HashiCorp has invented some new functionality which is called as remote state. Remote state means what? Your file will store remotely in specific storage location. That will be anything. Your S3 bucket, in AWS, in GCP we called as storage bucket, in Azure we can call as storage account, okay. So the path of that specific TF state file is any storage locations, okay. So what happened in this area, so suppose I have stored my specific file into the storage account, so automatically retention is there, right? So suppose mistakenly anyone is trying to delete the file, right, at that time you have a capability to recover that file very quickly and easily. The second most important thing, like suppose as I deleted, as I mentioned, but the delete will also never work because what happened, suppose I'll give you one example. So whenever we are going to set up this storage account, everyone will do a lock for this storage account, so no one will able to delete or modify anything. Or sometimes, the lot of organization I saw in my projects as well, they are restricting the specific access of the this storage account, because of anything goes wrong with this storage account, complete infra will down. Okay, so everyone will take care about this part, and that's why remote state is really important to store your every state file in storage location, right? So this is the one way of storing your data securely, where there is no any harm or no any challenge to recover and recaptures the things. Okay, and that's why the remote state is important. Okay, so any questions up to this part? This is clear for you now?
This is clear. Actually, I have one more query. So when we speak about the remote state, Terraform also has a Terraform Cloud, right?
Yes,
And
correct.
Terraform Cloud also stores the TF state there, right?
Frankly speaking, I haven't worked. I can say who is using the Terraform, right? No one will using the Terraform Cloud, because of that is the paid version. First thing. Second, no one will using Terraform Cloud. Okay. So frankly speaking, I haven't worked on Terraform Cloud, or no one will give you idea about the Terraform Cloud, because of Terraform Cloud is something like no one is trying to use that, because of that is not in scope. And the second thing is that is not open source, main challenge. Okay, so the thing which we are doing with the Terraform Cloud, everything is possible with the Microsoft Azure. And the most important thing, what we are doing with Terraform Cloud, we are storing the files that we have a GitLab, GitHub, Azure DevOps Git repository, where you can easily and securely store the data. After that triggering process, right? For the triggering process, we have a different options. First thing is locally we can trigger your code. Second thing, Jenkins you can use, CI/CD integrations you can use. Then what is the use of that specific Terraform? Just giving the example, don't take any other way. Okay. So what is the use of the Terraform Cloud? Third most important thing, storage. Okay, so whenever you are going with Microsoft Azure, AWS, or any other cloud platform, you have a flexible storage, you have a limited costing and estimate for that storage. And that would be helpful to reduce the cost as well, because of whenever any industry is going on cloud, they will definitely take care about the estimate, about the costing. So compared to the, I can say, this public cloud platforms, like the popular public cloud platform is Azure, GCP, after that AWS. Compared to this, Terraform Cloud have a completely different strategies related to the estimate, related to the management, related to the GUI, right? So no one will using currently this specific platform, I can say. Okay, and specifically I personally researched some part. Okay, so at that time I found that many peoples and many organizations are doing with Terraform integrations with Jenkins, CI/CD, Azure DevOps. Okay, so that strategies are comes in a picture. Make sense?
Yes, yes, Omkar.
Perfect. Sounds good. So as I mentioned quickly, this is the Terraform state details, okay, which is mentioned in this file. Why Terraform state? Okay, first I'm going to share this with you, and then I'll explain this.
Yes. And Omkar, while you share, you first shared one link, right, for installing Terraform using Chocolate. Can you also share that link?
Yes, I will, but I need to research that where it is. Okay, so
Okay.
after our call, I'll share that across. Make sense?
Yes. Okay.
Okay, awesome. So by default, Terraform storage state is locally in a file name Terraform TF state. Definitely, by default, location of the Terraform state file is locally, because of we are deploying locally. So definitely that will be available by default is in locally. So remote state will help us to move that file into the cloud, right? When you are working with Terraform in team, you can local file make Terraform usage complicated, because of each user must be make sure they always have latest state data. So what happened? Now this is really important. Okay, 20 developer is working simultaneously with same code, right? So what 20 developer are expecting over there? They are expecting whenever anyone will update something, they are aware about that part. Yes, this is something updated, right? and that will happen with the Terraform TF state file as well as the code which we are using with the GitHub branching strategies. Right? Definitely, what if you're a developer, what you will do? You will never go with first TF state. You will go with the code. You will check out, yes, Unkar has been did this changes, right? Now I know that definitely if he did this changes, it means the file TF state file is updated. Suppose I did the changes and my file is available locally, and suppose second developer will apply the code, what happen? Automatically it will destroy because of the changes which you did that is not reflected for that second developer or third developer, right?
Yes.
And that's why it will destroy. So these types of complications or issues we can reduce with the help of TF. Last most important point, okay? So suppose you are applying any code on the Terraform, okay, through the Terraform, I can say. At that time, suppose any of the developers, suppose you have 100 developers, if any of the developer who is trying to access that specific account, right, at that time what happen, or if that person is trying to deploy that, then what happen, that specific person will not able to deploy up to the your apply process will complete. Okay, so once your apply process will complete, then that person will able to do a second apply plan, anything what he wanted to do. But why this types of locking process will happen? Definitely if simultaneously two developer will deploy the code, at that time conflict will happen and your code will break, and there might be chance your infra setup will also break. So this Terraform state file will lock the second user, okay, at the deployment time. Definitely the Terraform state file have a capability to capture, yes, first file is going to deploy and the second developer is trying to deploy, at that time it will automatically block, right? So this is something like I can say different functionalities that helps us to manage the Terraform configuration process. So yeah, any questions on this? So
No, no, okay, no.
okay, awesome. After that, make sure the nobody else run Terraform at the same time. Okay. So as I mentioned, it will automatically lock. Okay. So with the Terraform state, Terraform write the state data into the remote data store. I'm on this line. It means whenever we are writing the Terraform code and deploying, at that time it will stored inside in the storage account. Okay, that is remote storage account. It means cloud storage account, which can then share between the all members of a team. Suppose you have a 20 peoples of team and you are working on the Terraform code. At that time, definitely that TF state file will share with everyone. Okay, so they will update easily and quickly. After that, Terraform supports storing a state file into the HashiCorp cloud, HashiCorp console. Okay, so this is the storing object. But definitely, whenever you have a storing object, it will be chargeable, right? So I can say if you have a cloud like Azure, AWS, GCP, we have a fantastic options, right? So in that area also we can store, but it's depend on the requirement, I can say. Okay, so these are the all storage strategies. Remote state is implemented by backend or by Terraform Cloud, both of which you can configure in your configuration root module. So in the root module we are configuring that, right? So this is the complete process of the Terraform, like how we can apply, how we can set up the configuration. And yes, the requirement of this Terraform configuration, whenever we are doing any type of Terraform configuration, at that time we need one existing storage account before applying the Terraform code. That you need to create manually anyway, but we need one existing account where we need the specific storage account name, container name, and the key of that container, okay, or that storage account, I can say. And after that we are able to deploy this backend. So any question up to this part? Anything would you like to
No,
ask?
no, nothing.
Okay, awesome. So let me share one example with you that I'm going to apply now within my code. Okay, so this is the documentation about the store Terraform state in Azure Storage, right? It means the backend to store in Azure Storage. So in this area, they are creating the configuring remote storage account. It means it's creating the storage account, and once create the storage account, it's capturing the key, and that key and everything they will adding in this backend area. So what happen in your code in main file, you can add it on a main file, otherwise you can create the separate file, depend on. Okay, so this is the code which we can add and apply in at our code level. Okay, so there are multiple strategies to apply this, like you need to pass the resource group name, storage account, tf state. After that, the key. To store that Terraform tf state file, we need to pass the key, right? So let me create quickly one storage account. So just allow me
I
a minute.
cannot see your screen.
Yep. Perfect. So this is the documentation. Like as I mentioned, first we'll create the storage account, that is manually through the portal, anyway, okay, or CLI. After that, we will capture the key, and that will define inside in your code. So this is the backend file configuration, okay, for the backend Terraform TF state. Are you able to see this?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. So this is the apply configuration, okay, which we are going to apply, and based on that it will deploy. Okay, so this configuration you can write separately, you can write inside the code. Many time, we refer to write this inside in the code. That would be easy and helpful to go ahead deploy the code easily. So I'm sharing this link for the practice perspective, so you can do the practice as well, and I'm going to
Okay.
deploy as well. Yes, I have shared. Okay, you can check it out, and if you have any questions, quickly let me know. Up to that, I'm going to create one storage account quickly. Just allow me a minute.
There's no query from my end. You please continue, Omkar.
Yes, as I mentioned, I'm creating the storage account. Just allow me a 2 to 3 minutes.
Yeah. Are you sharing the screen or?
Yeah, just allow me a minute. I'm sharing. Let me create it and I'll share.
Okay. 1 minute. Still it is not come. 1 minute. Yes. Now I am able to test
Yeah.
best.
Yeah. So this is one storage account I have created, and inside that I have created one test container, right? Now I'm going with my folder to open the details. Okay. Sorry, but again I need to stop the screen sharing because of there is some confidential data and call is recording. Really sorry for that. Yes. So let's take any one of code. Okay, quickly. So this is the code which is deploying the storage account and resource group both, right? Last time we
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we are using the
Storage
same code
account.
to.
1 minute. Storage account actually we have not done. I think so. Maybe
We
this is
did.
from another.
This is no. This is for you only. This is for you only. I
Okay.
have stored all your data in picture.
Okay. Okay. Then I don't have
Yep.
the code. Okay. Let us.
So let me open it quickly. Yep. Test base. So this is my main module. Okay. Sorry, my child module, and this is my main module file. Okay. So I'm updating my main module file. Sorry, my bad. So now this is the storage account name. Okay. And this is the path of locations. This is the RG which is going to deploy in West US. Now what I need to do for the state file, I need to configure the storage account details which is available over here. Just 1 minute. So let me copy this code Azure backend, right? So this is my backend. I'll copy this one, and after that, once I copy this, right, let me take this as well. Okay, what I'll do, I'll add it over here. After that, I don't need this, no need of this as well. Okay, so this is my backend configuration. Now the resource group name, what is my resource group name? So I just need to go ahead with that storage account overview
I think.
section, copy the resource group test rg. So this is my resource group name, test rg. After that, next thing is my storage account name, best. So this is my storage account name. After that, container name. So I have created one container with the name of test. Let's go ahead with container. This is the test container, right? Add the container as a test. I've added it, add the test. After that, key. Okay, storage account key we need to add over here. So to write that specific tf-state files, okay, so quickly I'm going to do that. So just allow me a minute. Again I'm going with test file. After that, access key, I'll copy any one key. Okay, so let me copy any one key, rotate key. Oh no, no need to rotate, I just need to copy this key, right? So how we can do that? Let me rotate it immediately. Is there any option after rotate? Okay, we rotated, but still it's not providing any option. Let me check. If I copy this and add it over here, oh no, it's not allowing to copy. Let
You
me check
please
why.
create a new. You create a new key. I think so. At the time of creation,
No,
only it
no,
will
no,
be
no,
visible.
no. Now it will be visible. There is one option change. Okay, I think this is recent change by the Microsoft. Right? We need to
Okay.
show a key. Okay,
Okay.
Yep. Copy this one. This is the key. Copy the first key. Go with code. Add it over here. Right now our code is ready. Let's do a control S and go ahead with terminal now. New terminal. Okay, let me close these details.
So now
CD.
the remote state file will be saved there, right?
Yes, correct. Now I'll do a ls, no, cd picture. Something I'm putting wrong, I think. PICT or oh, pictures. Less. Okay, so this is my module file, right? Go with cd module Terraform init. Okay, backend not expected here. Why? Let's go ahead with code level and check it out to troubleshoot this issue. I think there is some parenthesis problem. Let me open it quickly. I need to go ahead with Terraform modules, right? Main one. I have opened the main one, so I think this is the one challenge. I just need to close this over here. Now let's check it out how it is working. Yes, it's initialized, right? Now Terraform initialization is successful. Any question up to this, sir? Anything would you like to ask?
No, no, nothing.
Okay. Now do a Terraform plan. There is one challenge currently, okay? My subscription has been changed, so that's why there might be chance unsupported argument backend, okay? Not expected here. Why? Because of allow the constant warning deprecated. Oh, deprecation is okay, but why this is not supporting? Mm-hmm. Let me do this as well. Save. Let me do init first. Okay. Remove bullets. I back and not expected here. Why? Let me check. Is there any wrong thing which is defined in
Or
document?
else just a small help. Can you save that backend as a separate Terraform file? Is it
Yeah,
possible?
yeah. We can, but we first will go ahead with this. Okay, then we'll store that in separate.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, I think required provider I haven't added over here. Just a 1 minute. That is correct. This is not added. The Terraform provider. Okay. Let me copy this. Let me add this over here and do a change quickly. Okay. Now let's revert these changes. Okay. Now I have copied this. Reflect here. Perfect. Now remove this one. Yes. Now it will work successful.
Which one you removed?
I changed from the provider. I remove this and added in top, like with the required providers HashiCorp version. I have added. Okay, so complete
Okay.
functionalities I have added for the source Azure RM. So this is my source. Okay, this is the version. So this is the provider's locations. It will call from over here. After that, it will goes inside in the backend to store this file, right? So that is the
Okay.
intention. Okay. So let me save it and let me apply this again. Terraform init. Oh, a lot of errors. Why? The Terraform must be valid. Provider's version. Okay. Let me do one quick
Can
change.
you mention features?
Yes, no, I don't think so. Feature is needed over here, but let me check quickly. Still, yeah, feature is not required. Okay, because of the Terraform version is upgraded, so that we can remove as well. Still, let me check if need. I'll add it because of yesterday I tested this. Uh, okay, okay, fine. Let's do the feature as well. Because of we have defined the file name properly. I don't think so. This would be also helpful. Let me check. Features. Save. Do the apply. Still same errors we are facing.
To watch our complete session, enroll for our premium membership. Click onto the join button and enroll yourself with the best suited option.
Okay, let me do one thing quickly. Remove this. Why remove this? Just 1 minute. Let's go a step by step. Let's add this only.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do this first and then we'll go a step by step with every process. We have more 2 days. Okay, so I have set up 1 day Monday to cover this all topic. After that 1 day as a buffer for you. Any questions, anything you have in mind, you can ask that.
Okay.
HashiCrop 2.46. Yes, I need to change these details again. Okay, I did. So what it's doing, it's creating only on one resource group in ES2S, right? Let me check it out how it's working. Terraform init. Failed to existing workspace to retry storage account test best. The list keys is failure to sending the request. Original error. The read only disable code
The
is hidden.
subscription
Oh,
is disabled actually.
disable. Correct. As I mentioned, there is some subscription issue, so it's not capturing. Let me do one thing. Still login. Let me check this is working or not. Okay, this now it will need to work. Let me check it out. I've changed the subscription. One of my subscription is disabled, but still it's capturing the old one, I think. Okay. Cloud didn't retrieve list of versions to provide us. Constant does not match. Okay. If we need to change the version because of we are using this latest one and we added existing one everywhere, right? One point 38.0. Save for a minute. Okay. Terraform init is success. Terraform plan. Hope so it will work because of my own default directory subscription is disabled. Okay. Again it's facing the error. Features is not expected over here where we have defined feature. Let's remove this. Hmm. Where it is the feature line? I've already removed what it is saying. Save. So you are able to see this is the acquiring lock. Why this acquiring the lock? Because of now you are started the deployment. So if other guy is started in your team, right, this files and everything will lock. Okay, he will not able to deploy up to the your deployment. Okay, up to the your release. Once this release will open, okay, once this release is happen, then that person will able to deploy.
Yeah.
You got my point?
Yes, got it.
Okay, now Terraform plan is done, right? Now let's do a Terraform apply. Form apply apply. Okay, we need to enter the approval yes, and it started to create. Now the most important thing is we just need to check it out how the tf state file looks in the container.
Yes.
Okay, the change is did. Let's move on the container now. Test base, right? Inside in this container, let me check the container. The container name is test. Are you able to see the file? This is the
Yes.
file.
Yes.
Okay, so the key name which I have mentioned, it's directly captured. Okay, but I can change the name as well. Okay, quickly and easily. Let me show you. I believe I will, but let's verify it. Dev.tf state. Save. Let's apply it. What it's showing? The backend configuration change in Azure RM. The backend interface that Terraform use to store state operation perform. This message is showing the means Terraform configuration you are using, the custom configuration for Terraform backend. Change the backend configuration require reinitialization. This allow Terraform setup new configuration. Okay, I did this, to show you intentionally. Okay, so why I did you,
Okay.
I'll tell you. Yeah, so this is the key name, right? So anything the you can add the key name, otherwise you can align the any specific value as well. Sometime why this key is important, this key will define in your name, as well as sometime if the access is limited, so there might be chance tf state file will take time to read the data, or like read and put the data into the storage account, and that's why we can align the key. That would be really perfect way. So once you apply the key, okay, and then you are trying to change the name because of this file is already created, right? This file is
Yes.
already
Yes.
available over here. Now if you are planning to change, you need to reinitialize, and between the reinitialize, the Terraform is saying that there might be chance your code, okay, your code will destroy and create again. So let's do the initialization again. Terraform in it, right? It's not capturing the data. Why? It's showing Terraform backend configuration has changed. Okay, the change is backend configuration has been detected, which may require migrating existing state. If you wish to attempt automatic migrating tf state, let's do Terraform init migrate state, right? So let's do this and check it out how it's working. What is exactly doing with the Terraform init migrate state? Or reconfigure means it will destroy and recreate. Okay, so this is like if you wish to store the current configuration with a no change with the state file, then you can apply this. So let me apply the first one. So let's see, once I do this migration means movement, like move with another container, that will automatically done by the Terraform state. So let me check what it's asking. Do you want to copy the existing state file with new backend? Pre-existing state file found while migrating the previous Azure RM backend to configure the Azure backend. Do you want to copy this state file in new Azure RM backend? Enter yes. I did. Okay. Now it's successful, right? And Terraform initialization is also happened. So let's go ahead inside in the tf state file. Let's check it out. Is there any container is created? Refresh. No container. Go inside over here. Are you able to see the changes?
Yes. Yes.
Dev.tf
Yes.
state, which I did, and this is the
Yes.
copy. Okay, so this way you can manage it.
Okay.
Yep.
So the next time try to run the code, it will refer dev.tf state, right?
Yeah, if you are, yes, if you are changing the direct state file name, you need to do this. Okay, but there might be chance it's challengeable sometime. But yeah, you can. Otherwise, many times if you are updating something at code level, you don't need to disturb the state file. Okay, it will automatically capture the updated data. Make
Yes,
sense?
got it. Yeah, got it.
Okay. Now let's do again the apply. Terraform plan. Yes. What it's showing? No change. Why? Because of we haven't changed anything over here, right? Everything
The
is same.
code. Yes.
Make sense? Make sense? You got my point?
Yes.
What I wanted to show over here?
Yes, got it.
Okay, perfect. All right. So I believe now that remote backend is completely clear for you.
Yes.
Sounds good. So now, would you like to test it out? You from your end, just go ahead and check it out and let me know. I'll be there with next 10 minutes. And if you wanted to do a later, then we can connect at Monday, and Monday we'll start the other topics. And I can say Tuesday we'll set up one final call where if you have any queries, questions, everything that I'll cover and we'll wrap up.
And one query I have is, say
Mm-hmm.
for example, I have say for example, if I have a variable, so I can see a lot of people are using. Just this is a query. So
Mm-hmm.
what does the depends on do in Terraform?
Sorry, I didn't get you. Can you please repeat again?
Depends on.
Yeah, depends on is the one of the condition. Okay, it's based on the your strategy like requirement. So there are, as I mentioned, there are many more condition. Count, as I explained last time, right? Count, after that catch. So there are many conditions. So it is based on the requirement. Suppose I have any requirement specifically where I need to pass 4 5 VMs configuration. So at that time we need to explore that. Yeah, this is something like, yeah, catch. Yeah, I need to catch this data from this area to this. So I need to use the catch function. Suppose I wanted to depend on, I need to use on depend on. Depend on means what? So suppose I have a resource group, I have a specific storage account, I have a VNet. VNet is depend on the virtual machine. So as I what I mentioned, Terraform is what Terraform is? Terraform is specifically human readable language, and whenever it's deploying the code, randomly it will capture the data. It means we don't know if it will capture VNet first, it will capture RG first, right? Then it's
Yeah.
challengeable if your VM is not deploying first. Okay, first you are directly, I can say, load balancer is started without VNet and without VM. How it will deploy? Your code will break. So at that time, depends on condition will help you to set up that in your code, to say to the Terraform, hey, depends on means my VNet is depends on the virtual machine. So first deploy my VNet and then go ahead for VM. This is called as depends on condition.
Okay.
Make sense? Yeah, I'll share
Yeah,
one
sure.
document as well if you need. Okay, if you
Yeah,
if
please,
you
please.
yeah, if you're still not getting the clarity, I'll tell you that details. Okay, in our lectures as well, basic details. So that document, I can say, let me search it out. The good document. Allow me some time. I can say up to the morning. I'll share that with you.
No issues, no issues.
Okay. So
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
I think I'm good over here. Okay, I believe today's session is crystal clear for you related to the remote state.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect, sounds good. You can test it out. Let me know on Monday how it is going on. If you have any query, drop it on chat. I'll be there.
Yeah, I'll test this. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Yep, thank you.
Along with that, you can access our other tutorials such as Docker, Ansible, Jenkins, Terraform, Splunk, AWS, Azure, and various other DevOps related premium tutorials with our channel membership. If you would have any issues with our channel membership, you can drop an email to us at contact@devopschool.com, or you can also unsubscribe from channel membership anytime if you don't want to continue or did not like the video. To get our channel membership, click onto the join button, select the $399 plan and grow your skills immensely. Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries. We will reply to them at the earliest. Thanks for watching.